A lot of founders ask, how do I find interns? But the better question is, how do I create an internship that actually helps the intern while also helping the company? Because if your plan is just to find free labor, you are already thinking about it wrong. Internships should create learning, structure, mentorship, and real portfolio outcomes. If you do that right, interns can become one of the best ways to grow your team early. If you do it wrong, you create confusion, resentment, legal risk, and also bad work. Now let's talk about how to find interns the right way. Give me 1 second here. Let me pull my screen up. So, let's see. Add to stay. Okay, bam. So now interns can be a male. This is my for my hack now. Okay. So this video is for founders, agency owners, nonprofit leaders, and small teams that need help but do not yet have a huge hiring budget. I've had experience with this in a few of my last projects working with clients where I had equity in the company. Now interns can be amazing, right? They can help with research, content, design, development, operations, outreach, documentation, testing, and community building. But internships are not supposed to be do all the boring stuff I don't want to do for free. That is not a real internship. A real internship should have a clear role, a learning goal, a project, a timeline, a mentor, and a deliverable, and feedback, and something the intern can use afterward. That could be a portfolio piece, a recommendation, experience, a case study, paid work later, or a path into a real role. Now, let's break down where do we start with this, right? So this is this is a video for you guys breaking down what a real internship should be. Now let's start with part one, right? So before you post anything, ask what will this person learn, not just what do I need done. Now that is the mindset shift. A bad internship looks like this. Oh, I need someone to help me with random tasks, social media admin work, and whatever else comes up. A good internship sounds like this. This intern will help build a 6-week content research system for our SaaS brand. They will learn competitor research, content planning, SEO basics, Notion documentation, and analytics reporting. At the end, they will have a completed portfolio project. That is night and day. The more specific the internship, the better. Interns need structure, especially students and early career people. Do not throw them into chaos and expect them to act like senior employees. Now, moving on to part two, you want to make the internship project based. So some of the best internships are going to be project based, right? That means there is a clear start, clear finish, and a clear deliverable. Some examples would be build a competitor research database, create 20 short form video scripts, design a landing page audit, test an app and document bugs, create a customer outreach list, build a simple internal dashboard, write documentation for a product, create a social media content calendar, research grant opportunities, create a prototype in Figma, clean and organize CRM data, build a small automation workflow. Did you notice something? Each one has a result. Now, this matters because interns need to know what winning looks like. A vague internship creates vague work. A clear project creates momentum. Now, moving on to part three, you want to write a real internship description. Now, you want to do this before reaching out to colleges or posting anything online. Now, you want to include the role title, the company overview, what the intern will learn, responsibilities, required skills, nice to have skills, time commitment, remote or in-person expectations, length of internship, compensation, mentorship structure, final deliverable, and the how to apply. Now, you want to be honest. If it is unpaid, you want to say that early. If it is paid, you want to say the amount. If there is a stipend, you want to say the stipend amount. If there is potential for future paid work, say potential, not a promise. Do not bait people. Clarity attracts better candidates. Now, let's talk about paid versus unpaid internships. Now, this is where founders need to be careful. Unpaid internships can create inequality because only people with financial support can afford to work for free. So if you can pay, pay. Even a small stipend is better than nothing. If you cannot pay yet, then the internship needs to be heavily educational, structured, and beneficial to the intern. You should not treat an unpaid intern like an entry-level employee. That is where people get into ethical and legal trouble. The intern should be learning, they should be coached, they should have training, they should have a realistic workload, they should leave with something valuable. If your company is for profit, you also need to be especially careful with labor rules in the US. The Department of Labor uses primary beneficiary tests to determine whether an intern or student is actually the primary beneficiary of the relationship. Now, the simple version is if the company is getting the main benefit and the intern is basically doing regular employee work, that can be a problem. So do not play games with this. Now, when in doubt, pay people. So that's the, yeah. So when in doubt, just pay them. Now, part 5, where can you find interns? So here are some practical places to find interns. Number 1, you can go to local colleges and universities. You want to reach out to career services departments, entrepreneurship centers, computer science departments, business schools, design programs, and also student clubs. Number 2, you want to reach out to community colleges. So do not sleep on community colleges. You can find hungry, practical students who want real experience there. Number 3, you want to use university job boards. So many schools have internal systems where employers can post internships. Number 4, you want to use LinkedIn. Post from your founder profile and company page. Explain the project clearly. Number 5, you want to use Discord communities. Great for developers, designers, AI builders, no-code builders, and creators. Number 6, you want to use Reddit communities. Be careful and respectful. Do not spam. But niche communities can work if the opportunity is clear and fair. Number 7, you want to use local startup events. Go to meetups, pitch nights, hackathons, university events, and tech mixers. Number 8, your own audience. If you create content, mention that you are building a structured internship program. Number 9, referrals. Ask other founders, professors, nonprofit leaders, and community organizers who they know. Now, part 6, what roles should early founders hire interns for? So these are the roles that make sense for early tech founders. You might need a content research intern. They're going to help you research topics, competitors, keywords, scripts, and industry trends. You also might need a product testing intern. This is probably one of the most important things you'll need as a builder. They're going to test the app, find bugs, document user flows, and create QA reports. You're also going to want a front-end intern. They can work on small UI components, landing page sections, or bug fixes with supervision. You can have a design intern. They can help with thumbnails, social graphics, Figma screens, and brand assets. An operations intern can help organize Notion, CRM data, internal SOPs, and task boards. A sales research intern can build lead lists, research prospects, and prepare outreach data. An AI workflow intern, they're going to test AI tools, document prompts, build automations, and also create internal guides. A community intern, they're going to help you manage Discord comments, user feedback, and community content. The key is not to make them responsible for mission-critical work alone. You want to give them useful, bounded projects. Moving on to part 7, you want to build a simple internship structure. So here is a simple example 6-week internship structure. So for week 1, onboarding and training. So you want to explain the company, tools, goals, and project. Week 2 is going to be research and planning. The intern studies examples and creates a project plan. Week 3 is going to be first draft or prototype. So they create the first version of the deliverable. Week 4 is going to be feedback and improvement. You review their work and coach them. Week 5 is going to be a final build. So they polish the project. Week 6 is going to be presentation and portfolio. They present the final result and document what they learned. That structure is simple, but it works. It gives the intern a real learning experience and it gives your company a real outcome. Now, part 8 is how to manage interns without wasting time. So a lot of founders say, I don't have time to manage interns. That is very fair. But if you do not have time to manage interns, you are not ready for interns. Interns need support. So here is how to make it manageable. You want to create a Notion page or Google Doc for the internship. You want to include the company overview, the tools, the logins needed, the project brief, examples, weekly milestones, communication rules, meeting schedule, deliverables. Have one weekly check-in. Use async updates. Ask them to submit what I did, what I'm working on next, and what I'm blocked on. Give them feedback quickly, and do not let them disappear into confusion. The worst internship is one where the founder is too busy, gives vague instructions, and then gets mad when the intern does not magically produce great work. That is bad leadership. Now, my honest take is interns can help you grow, but they are not a replacement for employees. They are not free senior engineers. They are not your unpaid operations department. They are early career people who need structure and coaching. But if you design the internship correctly, everybody wins. The intern gets skills, experience, mentorship, and a portfolio piece. You get help, fresh ideas, and maybe a future team member. Now, that is the right model. So let me give you guys a sample internship post that you can post on something like Reddit or a job board, right? So we're looking for a part-time product testing intern for a 6-week remote internship. You will help test an early stage SaaS app, document bugs, review user flows, and create a final QA report. You will learn startup product testing, user experience, review, bug documentation, and basic software QA workflows. This internship includes weekly mentorship, clear deliverables, and the final portfolio ready project. Students and early career candidates are welcome. So this is already better than 90% of vague internship posts. Now, in closing, now this is the inception of this reason why I made this, because I was actually looking for interns. Now, this Reddit post is 4 years old, so take that with a grain of salt, but this information is still very relevant, right? So if you want to find interns, you want to start by designing the internship properly. Do not start with I need free help. Start with what will they learn, what will they build, who will mentor them, and what will they leave with? How will this be fair? Then write a clear job description. Reach out to universities, community colleges, student clubs, LinkedIn, Discord, Reddit, local events, and your own network. Make it project-based, give them structure. Pay if you can, and if you cannot pay, make sure the internship is genuinely educational and not disguised employee labor. That is how you build a team right away, or the right way. Like the video, subscribe, and comment below. Would you rather hire an intern, a contractor, or a commission-based partner first? I'll see you in the next one.